Hey, this is Pete Schmidt. Thanks for checking out my channel and this week's blues guitar tutorial. So this is the first one of 2023. So I'd like to say Happy New Year to all the subscribers of this channel and all of you that check out these weekly blues guitar lessons. And there's lots more coming up for this year, so stay tuned. I just played a Chicago blues shuffle rhythm in the key of G major, very much in the style of the guitar players that were backing up Muddy Waters, Little Walter, Sonny Boy Williamson, amongst others, in the late 1950s, especially those that were recording on the Chess Records label. So one of these guitar players was Robert Lockwood Jr. He was one of the greats in Chicago blues and backed up many of the harmonica players. A real ensemble player, and he would put a swing into almost everything that he would play, including the band. So these rhythms, and this particular rhythm, has a swing to it in its shuffle feel. So I'm calling it a marching shuffle, but this is the essential rhythm. This is a classic 12-bar blues, so there's 3 chords, a G, a C, and a D. And the first 4 bars of my progression here are just playing off of this G, like so. Alright, so it's a little unorthodox. I'm using my thumb on the bottom G note. Here's my G chord. Using my thumb on the bottom end, maintaining a pulse, and on the top end I'm playing this G chord and I'm alternating using my ring finger. And on the bottom end is that pulse. And then I'm going up to this G9 chord at the 10th fret is the root. All right. I'm actually doing it alternate, but you could also play it with just downstrokes. The 4 chord is a C, so I'm moving up to the 8th fret where I find my C major chord. So I'm essentially repeating the same rhythm. To the 1 for 2 bars as well. And I'm using these inflections or syncopations a fair bit throughout this example. So alright, just a little bit of variety to this groove. The last 4 bars of the 12-bar progression are just 1 bar of each, D, C, G, and then resolution back to the 5. So like this. Alright, so then we start with the next 12-bar cycle there. So 1 bar on the 5, to the 4, G, Okay, so I'm just sliding up a half tone and coming into that D9 chord. Real classic and standard way of ending a 12-bar progression. The next 24 bars of my example are essentially the same rhythm, just some interesting variations true to the style of Robert Lockwood Jr. So, from the turnaround in the second 12 bars, like so. Okay, so I'm going from the G and I'm chromatically climbing up, and then I'm climbing down, and then resolving to my 5, like so. That chromatic climb, an interesting variation. Off my 1 chord as well, I'm doing some variations by mixing in some 9th chords, like so. Alright, so I'm hitting this G9 up here. So just a full tone above my G9 chord. I'm just coming down chromatically. Okay, so one more time. Real classic Robert Lockwood Jr. And as always, it's a good idea to have an ending for whatever we've begun, songs, or even when we're practicing. It's definitely a good idea. So in my example, I'm playing the 5 like so. Just going up to this D7. My 4, I'm playing a chromatic climb up. And then finishing things off like so. Just pentatonic. Finishing off with these 9th chords from above. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. There's really a lot you can learn from the guitarists that were backing up harmonica players from Chicago. Little Walters, Sonny Boy Williamson, Junior Wells, and of course from the band of Muddy Waters. So Robert Lockwood Jr. was one of them, and the Myers brothers, as well as Luther Tucker and Freddie Robinson, amongst others. So check out some of the recorded material on the Chess label. And thanks again for tuning into the video. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel for these weekly blues guitar tutorials. And if you enjoyed the video, please send me a like as well. All right, we'll see you again soon.